All right, guys. So that other call or talk was about using OPM and other people's money. And I highly suggest you do your research on SoFi Bank. As I said again, although having heard about it and knowing that you can refer up to $10,000, I know a lot of people don't like to talk about things, but you got to understand if you had $10 and you start an account, you get $25. I mean, that's insane not to do it, right? But when you refer, you get an additional amount, and that's coming from the bank. So whenever you're in banking, just so you know, I just want to give this real quickly on this. You want to make sure that you understand referrals cannot be given on the internet. You can't be like buying leads. It's not a game. You have to make sure, because the laws are different when it comes to banks. That's why you don't hear of your local bank referring that way, right? They refer in a different type of way. So that's that. Now I want to talk to you about where we are as far as networking and why I tell you guys to use the concept of what if you could invest in people. And you need to learn to burn that in your soul until it becomes real to you, because I actually mean it. When I say what if you could invest in people, like some people invest in the New York Stock Exchange, I'm literally talking about you. And I'm talking about what if you could have money and resources and be retired like I am, but be retired young, right? What if you could do that and now come up with reasonable ways and solutions for other people to win? That's what Diamond VIP really is about. That's why I haven't put the focus on, ooh, I made $100,000 and none of that stuff, right? This is just how do we make solutions for everyone? Now, if you think about that and you're thinking of a homeless person, even a homeless person can refer SoFi. That's how I see it. Okay, so I'm just being honest, just to let you know that. Let's talk about the value of networking and how the value of networking has opened up a whole other criteria for Diamond VIP that's actually ridiculous, right? So within this, we're going to talk about how the structure of how do you go from where I went, how we started 4 years ago with something similar to the Baker's Dozen, all the way, how do you make that jump to a meeting of Doc Walls or a meeting of Kevin from New Hollywood, right? And actually getting into their concepts. I'm telling you in Jesus' name, it's because I mean what I say when I say that motto is real to me. And people just watch you and what you do. And so when you're in certain rooms with them, people are identifying and they can see that favor coming off of you. And that favor comes off of you because you're interested in helping the world. You're interested in helping God's plan. You're interested in helping a lot of different things, but you're not just, you're in the marketplace, you're in the business. You're not just saying, hey, come to my church. It's deeper than that, right? Which is something similar to what Dr. Breakthrough does, right? So if you think of what we've been able to do and accomplish in 4 years, it's been amazing. I mean, we got network marketers, we got actors, we got singers. I mean, we got all kinds of people all the way around us. That's the VIP part of Diamond VIP, because I kind of knew that those kind of people would be attracted to me, because that's the world I come out of, right? But do you understand leverage? I do. And with the power of the leverage that we have now you're entering into a whole new world. Kevin's a builder, so having a person with the kind of knowledge and development and the skill set that he has, when you see that financial window of New Hollywood, know that it's going to be people like Kevin talking to you about how you can get from point A to point Z. C-suites, for me, is exactly like that, because it is in the media wing, it's in the marketing wing. I can sit in those rooms and I can bring the information to you. So when I put those things in there, pretty much everything from this week, including the artist who did the mural in Los Angeles, my 6 degrees of separation was one. I was talking to his mom earlier this week, and thank God for Deuce Coleman, which, by the way, shout out to Deuce. Thank you for bringing SoFi to me. Now, keep in mind, Deuce has been in this group for 4 years. That's why I chose to use him, right? And I want to make sure he gets blessed too. That's just kind of the idea with me. And again, this is just referral to referral. So obviously, it's not like network marketing. So it's not like it's not going to go any further than one. Just how that works, right? So, Deuce has something else he wants to bring to the table. And we're going to use OPM to do that. It's also going to give you financial literacy. When I say OPM, I'm saying you're not going to be using the $75 that comes out of your pocket. You're going to be using $75 that you just earned from that referral. To me, guys, that's a win-win. That's insane. I've already shared with you how I'm making a residual on Numi, and I'm also making a residual on Live Good already. And I take that money and I invest it in other places. I wanted to have ways that you could do the same thing if maybe that's not your bag and you don't want to, for whatever reason, God's reason, you want to talk about something else, which is fine, right? Now, I'm just showing you the strength of networking, right? So when I did the things that I did with the NFL and Las Vegas Host Committee, those cost me money. Just like the Super Bowl breakfast costs New Hollywood money. So a lot of these things are expensive and average Joes aren't getting in those rooms. So I hopefully you're like a sponge and just taking this information in because it's coming from the heart and it's access that I wish I would have had when I was broke, right? Or even BNI and the cost of BNI. Within BNI, I've met a plethora of other business people that are up and comers and doing what they're doing. So that's the value of networking. But when I really do the math on what all those things cost me, it's a drop in the bucket compared to what it costs to do TV advertising, media advertising, and all those kinds of things. In so talking about networking, I want to reiterate the Great Discovery and its host of benefits. And if you've looked at that and you're trying to categorize how does all this work, and I know it's tough because you see a lot of stuff coming at you. Currently, we're using OPM. If you utilize OPM and earn this referral, you're technically not using any money out of your pocket. I mean, that's the best possible scenario for anything. If someone wanted to start a business, you're going to use other people's money. It just makes sense, right? So you have to make sure you're motivated and your mind is right. Because I'm telling you right now, someone is going to hit it insanely big this year in cryptocurrency in this room. And I know a lot of y'all like to be quiet about what happens in your lives, but that's going to happen. Okay. I want it to be you. And I want you to start learning the power of networking. When I was at the meeting with C-Suites, that was even further networking because all those folks, but how much did I pay for it? $0, because I'd already networked and built a relationship with Dr. Pauline. Networking is just building relationships. It's not always transactional, and you need to get out of the transactional thinking. That to me is a worker's thinking. I go to work, I make $12 an hour, I make $15 an hour, I make this much money an hour. And then also, if I work 40 hours, I'm going to get this check. And you got to get out of just that thinking and get into the investor thought process. An investor knows that someone else knows more than they know. And in order to survive, an investor has to listen to someone else other than themselves. Bottom line. I'm not going to belabor this any longer. God bless you. See you on the other side. That's what this is all about. But I've given you access to where you can use other people's money and not your own, even including in the Great Discovery. God bless you all. Connect to it, guys. We got AI floating all around here. You need to get involved. Oh, also, Trenton is doing, for just $500 one time, he's letting you see his trades and how he's made 6 figures. That's why I'm super excited. You better get involved. God bless. Love you. See ya.